Welcome everyone to the next study abroad interview. Today we're going to interview Yusuke Okine, and he visited Australia for 1 year.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name's Yusuke Okine. I'm a fourth year international culture student at SWAC, and I just got back from Australia last March.
So, so you got back in March. Was that because of Corona, or was that just the end of your trip?
No, it was actually the end of my trip.
And where did you study in Australia? What city and what university?
I studied at Southern Cross University at their Gold Coast campus in the Gold Coast.
Is that a? I think I've heard that's a kind of new campus. Is that a new campus?
It's a newer campus, so I think Southern Cross University has multiple campuses, and the Gold Coast campus is one of the new ones.
And so, why did you decide on studying abroad, and then why did you choose Australia?
So as for why decided to study abroad, it's basically just about wanting to test my English and seeing how I would do in using English in a more practical setting. And for just the reason why I chose Australia is, yeah, as I said before, I wanted to test my English, so I wanted to go to an English speaking country. So there's America, England, and Australia, but it all just came down to cost. Australia was closer and it was cheaper, so that's how I ended up in Australia.
Did you just go to a language, like some kind of language class, or was it like, did you earn any credits there? How did that work?
So I had to take IELTS before I went to Australia, and I think if you get a 6.5 on IELTS, you don't have to go to any English language program. You go straight to undergrad. You can take undergrad units like what normal native students would take, and so that's what I did. I didn't go to any English language programs. I just took undergrad units.
Mm. How many classes did you take?
So I was there for 2 semesters, and for my first semester, I took units on economics, accounting, and communication in organizations. And for my during my second semester there, I took managing units, a unit on managing organizations, a unit on tourism, and a unit on Australia, just learning the culture and the history of Australia.
And do all those credits count towards your SUAC uh, degree?
Yeah, they did.
So getting over there, was there any like difficulty in enrolling or anything like that, or how did that go?
I mean, it was my first time studying abroad, so I didn't actually know how the process was gonna be. So I had to ask people around what I would do, and I did it all by myself, which was hard. And I would actually say that that's the hardest part of studying abroad for me, not actually being there, but actually preparing to go there. Because I had to apply for visas and getting my papers into the university and getting plane tickets. I had to do all of that on my own. So I would say that's the hardest part of it.
Yeah, a lot of paperwork then. All right. So once you got there, though, everything was smooth, mostly.
Yeah, yeah. People there were pretty helpful. Southern Cross University offers tons of support for international students. So if you just ask, most of the time people are gonna help you there. So I don't think anyone would have any problems going there.
But I mean, what stood out to you really, in as like a memorable, good something that was good, like.
Okay. So I mean, I lived at the Gold Coast, so which I mean the name suggests is by the coast. So it's actually just a long stretch of beaches, that city. So because of that, I actually took swimming lessons and then surfing lessons there, and I actually fell in love with the water. So that's something that I didn't think that I would pick up and I would fall in love with, swimming and being in the water.
Cool. So you said you took surfing. Are you good now, or how often did you do that?
So the classes were once a week, and then on the side I would just go to the beach with a couple of my friends and then just surf on our own. But yeah, pretty much it's every week, and then a couple on the side.
I know you've only been back a short time again, but what do you miss the most about being there? Was it surfing or something different, or?
I mean, obviously I miss my friends there. I made lots of friends there, and I miss them. But yeah, like I said before, I never thought that I would love being outside and being in nature, and I just miss just seeing the water when I go get groceries, when I go shopping. I just love missing the beaches and the water there. It's actually like living at a resort, actually.
Did you notice any, I mean, big changes in yourself, or even small changes after this? I know you speak English really well, and you did before you went, but did you notice any language changes or just any kind of changes in general after this experience?
One of the things that I noticed the most is that I think I'm less shy now, and I'm not as reserved in terms of voicing my own opinions, and I'm also more open to having conversations with people that I don't really know.
So, if a student is looking to study abroad in Australia, like what recommendations do you have for them?
I mean, I think that in the future, you want to go abroad and work abroad, I think study abroad would be a great experience for you to get a bit of a taste of what it would be like to live abroad. And also, if you want to improve your English skills or any language skills, I think that it's essential for you to use it every day and make it a part of your life. And I think studying abroad is one of the best ways you can do that. So definitely, if you're planning to work or live abroad in the future, I think studying abroad is one of the earliest steps you can take towards that dream. I mean, especially if you're going to Southern Cross University, they actually have tons of activities and intercultural activities for international students. So as long as you get out and interact with people, I think that you're gonna have a wonderful experience there. And you just gotta have to be open to talking to people and going out of your comfort zones. And I think that that's just the most important part of it, is just going out there, because Australia has tons to offer and it's just up to you to look for them.
Great. Sounds fun then. So yeah, going out, surfing, making friends, definitely. So after this experience, you've gained a lot of cultural experience and language experience, and how do you think this will help you in the future? For example, when you get a job.
Okay, so I mean, it's my dream to work abroad and live abroad. So actually having that experience working with people from other cultures and actually speaking and using English in a practical and an academic setting is, I mean, essential. It's fundamental. It's something that you have to have. So I think that the skills and the development that I got from Australia won't go to waste.
Cool. So could you see yourself working in Australia?
I mean, yeah, if anything, my experience in Australia actually just magnified my desire to, go out abroad.
So let's thank Yusuke. Thank you very much for giving us lots of information and sharing your experience in Australia. So thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And please stay tuned for the next episode of Study Abroad Interviews. And I will see you next time. See you.